Hello everyone. Welcome to Tales of Light. What if your mind is the last thing you should hold on to? What if letting go is the bravest move you can make? Stay with me. This one choice changes everything. He was called Daniel. He worked with numbers. Small office, small town. Same route, same coffee shop, same empty bus stop. He had a schedule for everything. Even quiet times, even regret. On paper, his life looked tidy. On the inside, it felt crowded. Thoughts stacked one on top of another. Worries, shoulds, musts, expectations dot every night. Daniel tried to quiet the noise. He would lie awake and list the next day's tasks. He would rehearse conversations. He would measure every choice. But the more he measured, the less he felt. Joy felt polite. Freedom felt distant. One Friday, he missed his bus. It was raining. He stood under a shop awning and watched water run down the street. People passed in a blur. He had his umbrella. He had his briefcase. He had a plan to get to a meeting and to be efficient and to keep moving. But that day something small broke inside him. A silence opened. He followed the silence, not physically, mentally. He let the coffee shop noise wash over him instead of tuning it out. He watched a child goof up their spelling test and laugh. He noticed the barista humming a song he didn't know. He watched water drip from a leaf. That evening, an old man sat across from him at the cafe. He had kind eyes and slow hands. Daniel noticed the old man's shoes first. They were worn in a way only lived-in shoes become. Then he noticed a small wooden bead bracelet on the man's wrist. They started to talk. Not about the weather, not about work. The old man asked, "What do you carry in your head when you sleep?" Daniel laughed nervously. "Everything," he said. "Bills, work, what I said wrong, what I should say tomorrow." The old man looked at him and said, "Try emptying it. Just for a moment. See what happens." Daniel left the cafe puzzled. He felt lighter. It was odd. He hadn't done anything brave. He had simply listened. But the idea stuck, emptying his mind. It sounded too simple. It sounded impossible. For days he tried small experiments. He let himself stare at a wall for 5 minutes. He walked without his phone. He cancelled a meeting and sat in the park. He discovered pockets of quiet. They felt dangerous and kind all at once. Life didn't change overnight. Bills still needed paying. Meetings still happened. But something shifted. He began to recognize the difference between reacting and choosing. He started to notice what his mind added to a situation. And he wondered, what if the noise was not information but a burden? He tried to empty his mind. It did not go well at first. Every time he tried, thoughts rushed in like a crowd. Anxiety, old mistakes, future what-ifs. The silence felt thin and exposed. He feared what he might find. At work he became distracted. He forgot an important file. His manager frowned. He felt ashamed. He thought, maybe emptying my mind was silly. Maybe I'm failing. His friends tried to help. Just breathe, they said. Meditate. Watch videos. He tried them all. Guided audio, apps with bells, fancy breathing exercises. Some helped. Some felt like a checklist. One evening his sister called. She was worried. Their mother had fallen ill. Daniel felt the old surge of responsibility. He rehearsed calls. He drove to the hospital. He filled forms. He made plans. He organized pills. He calculated schedules. The noise in his head grew louder. He could not quiet it. He could not be present when it mattered most. He felt like he was splitting in half. One half doing tasks, the other half stuck on loops of fear. He wanted to be there for his mother. He wanted to be calm and strong. But his mind was full. He snapped once. Small things became big. He raised his voice at a nurse. He apologized and then felt worse. He blamed himself. He blamed the idea of emptying the mind too. If I could just focus. then I could do it right, he thought. That night, he sat alone in the hospital parking lot. Rain tapped the windshield. He watched the taillights of cars stream away. He felt helpless. He felt like a failure. He asked a question he had avoided. Was emptying his mind a way to run away from responsibility, or a way to be more present? He realized the problem wasn't the idea, it was his approach. He tried to force silence. He chased it like a prize. That tension made the noise louder. The more he pushed, the more his mind pushed back. So he changed the method. He stopped fighting thoughts. He began to meet them. When a worry came, he named it. This is fear. When regret came, he said, this is memory. He practiced letting the thought sit like a visitor in a small room. He did not chase it out. He did not invite it to stay there. Slowly, the visits changed. The visitor would arrive, say something, and then leave. Not always, not perfectly, but the room felt less crowded. He learned to focus on one thing at a time, not by force, but by gentle attention. Still, tests came. At a clinic appointment, a doctor delivered news that made his stomach drop. His mother would need long-term care. The bills suddenly seemed enormous. The old panic returned. He could feel the old habit of planning everything 10 steps ahead. He could feel himself slipping back into the crowded mind. He reached for the bead bracelet the old man had given him that first week. It fit his wrist. He breathed. He told himself, one breath, one step. He learned to manage tasks by small windows. 30 minutes to make a call, then 10 minutes to breathe. He started to find compassion for himself in the cracks between chores. There was one night he could not sleep. The house was quiet. The world felt thin. He sat at the kitchen table with his mother's medication list. Papers and numbers circled like planets. He felt the weight of every future decision. He felt dread. He thought of giving up, of handing the responsibility to someone else, of letting life run and hoping for the best. But then he remembered the old man's words. Try emptying it. Just for a moment. See what happens. He closed his eyes. Not to escape, but to observe. He named the racing thoughts as they came. Worry about money. Guilt for not doing enough. Fear of losing her. He asked each one, quietly, what do you need from me? Some just wanted to be heard. Some wanted action. He began to answer with small steps. Not promises of solving everything. Only the next right thing. Call the clinic. Ask about assistance. Ask family for support. Make a list of 1-week tasks. Arrange one trusted friend to sit with his mother on Tuesdays. He sent a short text to his sister. I'm awake. Let's talk at 7. He closed his eyes and breathed. In that moment the vastness of the problem did not shrink. But something important happened. He stopped being trapped in endless loops. He moved from panic to plan, from paralysis to action. He felt a strange mix of grief and relief. He slept little. The next morning he felt present. He could focus on a single call. He could have a real conversation with the doctor. He could listen to his mother without rehearsing the next sentence. He felt compassion for himself. He felt brave. That afternoon, the old man appeared again by the river. He did not appear like a miracle. He was simply there. He smiled and said, you see, it is not emptying to forget. It is emptying to make space, to listen, to choose. Daniel nodded. He felt grateful and tired. And more than anything, he felt human. Daniel learned something simple and tough at once. Emptying the mind was not erasing life. It was creating space. Space to feel. Space to decide. Space to act. He still remembered. He still planned. But planning no longer swallowed the present. He treated thoughts like clouds. They came. They moved. He watched them without building a house inside them. He found help. He asked for it. He let friends and family in. He stopped trying to carry the ocean in a cup. He made small habits. He set one timer for 30 minutes of focused work. He set 5 minutes of silence after each hour to breathe. He called it reset moments. His relationship with his mother grew quieter and richer. He noticed details again. The way her eyes crinkled when she smiled. The small stories she told about her childhood. He learned to be fully there for 20 minutes at a time. That was enough. It added up. The moral is this: letting go is not losing control. Letting go is choosing what to hold. Emptiness is not a void. It is a room. What we put in that room matters. Peace belongs in it sometimes. Clarity belongs in it sometimes. Action belongs in it sometimes. When you carry everything, you carry nothing well. When you clear just a corner, you can carry that corner with care. You can listen better, love better, decide better. If you are overwhelmed, try this. Name one thought that keeps returning. Ask it a simple question. What do you need from me right now? Answer with one small action. Then breathe. Repeat. You do not have to empty your life to find peace. You only have to empty your mind of the clutter that prevents you from seeing what matters. So what do we take from Daniel's story? First, being busy is not the same as being present. Busy can hide fear. Busy can hide avoidance. Second, silence is not always emptiness. It is a tool. Use it. Not to escape life, but to meet life more clearly. Third, small steps beat perfect plans. A tiny action today beats perfect planning tomorrow. If you feel weighed down, try the small practice Daniel used. Name the thought. Ask it what it needs. Do one small thing. Breathe. Repeat. You are not alone in this. Most of us carry noise. It is part of being human. But you can make the noise smaller. You can make room for what matters. Love, mercy, choice. Hold the thought that helped Daniel. Emptying the mind is not forgetting. It is choosing. It is making a room for what matters now. If this story touched you, please help it reach someone who needs it. Like the video, comment one small action you'll take this week. Share it with a friend who carries too much. If you want more stories like this, subscribe to Tales of Light and ring the bell. Thank you for listening. Take one breath. Take one step. See what happens.